Capricorn, welcome back for your love and general read for the beginning of the month. Those of you who are new, a very warm welcome. Those of you who are returning, welcome back. Now, if you're wanting to make a booking, you can go to the link below, as well as any other videos will be connected inside the information box above for your reference. Now, I am a psychic medium as well as a twin flame in union. If you are wanting a coaching session, you can go to the link and book a read, or join the tribe, because during the live sessions I do answer any of your questions for a charge. Now, I've pulled most of the energy ahead of time and I've had a brief look over the energy. I do feel there is some big changes, but a lot of meditation coming through with you guys, potentially in the first 2 weeks. Now, you're really in your third eye and in your crown chakra, okay? You're getting the downloads and you're ready to make a major decision. I do feel something has really shaped the way you are seeing a situation. It's something that you're not tempted by any longer. You're not taking the short road. That's what I'm hearing. You're trying to do things the correct way. You do wish you could change some scenarios, but I do feel for some of you, you're tempted, but you're following your intuition. In the past tense position, reflecting back, I do feel there was an energy where people were being quite manipulative towards you, and that's where your intuition's very key at the moment. These past tense connections, and this is the general area, and I have pulled cards for your love, but I do feel in general either connected to a love interest of the past, or an environment that was connected to contacts where at once you were quite grounded in that energy and anchored into that energy. You're actually seeing the truth of the matter. Now, this could be some friends, it could be a work-related environment. You're looking at it differently and you're changing. So sometimes we can look at it differently from an external point of view after the fact, but at the same time I do feel you're breaking away from old ways of living and old ways of doing things. Some of you are even tuning into this energy of what transpired between you and a love interest. You might be hearing things through the grapevine, and you've got to be really careful. Again, follow your intuition when it does come to anything that you're hearing through the grapevine. It can be positive, but at the same time, to me, it's feeling as though it's quite lower frequency. So somebody's trying to shape your opinion in a different way, and please do follow your intuition. If you're hearing back about a person, unless it's come from the horse's mouth, don't believe it. Be very cautious. There also may be some negative news coming through, but I do feel as though this is old energy. I don't feel this is new energy. With employment, because there is a lot changing in your employment domain as well. It can be the way you're working in it. It could be a new job offer. I do feel like really follow your gut when it comes to contracts and things to that notion. Okay, although you're going to proceed forward because you got the action card, which a foundation is going to break away for a new one to be there. You do have the tools to deal with this aspect of these fears and these vibrations of massive change. Anything you'd been tuning into when you felt stuck, I feel once you disconnect, this is where the action's coming from. And I am also hearing actions speak louder than words. So I do feel with your intuition, you're really going to trust your gut when it does come to making major decisions for the first few weeks of this month. And I do feel it'll proceed through the month, to be quite honest. In your work domain, you're resisting temptation in an energy. You're trying to overcome some obstacles. What is blocking you is potentially a friend or a co-worker who is reacting to you in quite a negative way. It can be the conditions that a work that is quite difficult and it's making you fatigued, or it could be a direct person. What is helping you is by putting this finance behind you and focusing on what is abundant and what isn't. Have faith that this is resolving, and this is a temporary energy that you are going through because the universe is supporting you to transition to this next phase. Financially speaking, I do feel you guys have quite a few burdens, but you are recovering. You might actually win a contract, but you're needing to recoup. So financially speaking, especially with the abundance coming through in your employment, I do feel that the money that's coming through, if you've been waiting, it is actually coming through and it's going to go in your favour. Especially if you've been waiting for a contract to finalise and for the check to kind of clear in the account. It's appearing that it is coming through. Now, in your finances, you know, recouping from this financial aspect of adversity, I do feel a holiday's in order. I do feel reflection and meditation, and I'm hearing keep the balance. It may be an unstable environment or too many burdens coming from family that have unhinged you, but it is working for you if you spend quality time with both work and family, which is super relevant with the nodes being in Cancer and Capricorn for you guys. So Aries being the first house, Chiron, the wounded healer, is working with you to look at what is relevant for you and what's going to work in the longitude of this dynamic that you're dealing with. There is an instability on the home front due to the fact that the work-life balance is imbalanced, okay? You know the truth of the matter, but some of it does feel energetically out of your hands. So just know that this is changing. Again, it is a temporary energy, and what's blocking you is actually going to benefit you, so trust in the process. Now, family-related dynamic and tribe. There may be a person around you that is an innocent party and a bystander, and I do feel they're going to witness or see something. This could be you or the direct individual. You know, if you're mixing with people that are at the same vibration as you, you're going to learn a lot about them. They may be higher vibration in your opinion. They might have a lot together, and you're learning through them. What's not going to help you is these sharp surprises that are coming out of left field that you actually can't avoid. And I do feel for a lot of you, within your connections, you're going to gain a great deal of self-esteem through these connections and family. You also are going to have more balance by mixing with these people than mixing with people that are potentially lower frequency and speak before they think. And that's really the energy of what's coming through with these individuals. I do feel there will be a big gathering. This can be this month or by Christmas. For some of you, this will be in July as well. You can have visitors coming, because whenever I'm saying July, I'm always hearing Christmas in July. And of course, there's Christmas bonbons in the background, recouping. It's in the upright position. Not being able to have as many personal boundaries because there is an energy of someone coming in. It can be happening this month or July or by the end of the year. Potentially all of them, but there are people coming in that are directly connected to your group, tribe, or love interest. You got a lot going on. Okay. You, Capricorn, in your love domain, internally how you feel. You want some of these wishes to come through and true in your romance sector. External to you, however, there are some obstacles. The obstacles and burdens you're dealing with is to balance everything out after the fact of a scenario. And I do feel this communication coming in relation to these burdens and adversities that you have been dealing with connected to this connection. They're feeling as though they're in the, I was going to say hermit mode. Like, it does sort of feel like that, but it feels more, they're patiently waiting. They're choosing to watch this unfold naturally. I do desire for this to come full circle, and I do feel as we're moving through the moon phases, it does bode well for duality and people coming together. External, they can be quite critical on themselves at the moment for some things that aren't boding very well at the moment. But I do feel there's external environments that are unhinging at a financial level and a base chakra level, this connection. Past tense, the both of you. There could have been a lot of conflict and gossip. There could have been bickering and miscommunication. But I do feel there is a healing coming between both hearts. And this is going to create a change for the better. And it's just dealing with the external scenarios to balance the internal of both you and this connection. I do feel that this is a very spiritual connection. But there is a lot of jealousy, and I'm going to pull a clarifier on this. I do feel as though This conflict is external to you. I do feel it's from people really pulling you in different directions and wanting a lot of you. You're bored of the same equation, the both of you. You're tired of the people within the environment, and that really came through in your kin, tribe, and family domain. There can be people who are lower frequency that have harsh opinions and directly impact your foundation. And due to the fact you're busy and you're having a mass transformation, both at a financial level, at a movement level for many of you, this boredom is the people involved. It's not the direct connection and love interest. I think you're stepping into your own energy, the both of you, where you're realizing what you're entitled to, and you're manifesting this energy forward into the new. It's going to take both of you working together as a team for this to happen. Now, if you're not in communication or the connection and you're tuning into the individual, both of you on your own side of the fence are doing this work to bring this full circle, because I do feel external. Both parties are dealing with conflict of people that don't have their best interests at heart. And I feel you're moving away from those people and you're moving into a new way of being. Now, I will love you and leave you here. Do subscribe and check in with the live downloads that end up being an hour long. And I do answer questions during those sessions. As well as stay tuned for the mid-month, as well as the love for the 7th through to the 21st and the 21st through to the 30th. I'll see you on the other side.